1. Score, talk, point, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Yeah, there's a little app thing on here, fly score. So you can basically you can have a shortcut on it, but just make sure it links up. See if the hotkeys are done. If I go on here, so if I go match stats, I'm not going to do the whole stats obviously, but if I just do score, I do 1 for home, and then if I need to take it off, I can do shift and 1, and then I'll do for away 2. No, that's theirs. They normally record as well.
to welcome everybody to the FBC as we've got the Reading Rockets National Division 3 versus Leicester Cobras. And I'm just going to see, this takes the one-man band to a new level today, as I'm going to try and do the scoreboard, the camera, and the mic at the same time. That was a Razel quote. But we'll see how we get on. I may just leave the scores and then update them at end of quarters. And also, I'll leave the clock timer just running and won't pause it. So welcome to everybody who's joining us on YouTube. As I said, National Division 3. And Cobras look like they've got almost a full squad. 10 or so players. And for Rockets, unfortunately, missing a couple of players, missing Todd, missing Josh, and they have only 6 players here. So the opposite to what you might normally see at the home, with a home team normally being fully stacked on the bench. Leicester have the slight advantage, although I am informed they have a large number of high pointers. And directly opposite my camera, we've got 4 dogs now also watching. And Dean, future star, just walking in. He'll be joining the Rockets hopefully for next season. And Rockets will be getting ready for the handshake. As I haven't looked up all the surnames, I've got to be honest, of the Leicester crew. I just know most of them by first name, but I'll shout them as they go. Here comes Steph, Jacob, and let's start with the Rockets, shall we? We've got Joe, we've got Meg, we've got Denise, we've got a man, Nick Gorst, and then, of course, big man, Corey. And then on the other side, if I show you the Cobras, we've got Jacob, JJ, we've got Sam, Kai, Jimmy, Abby, Brody, Aaron, H, Helen. If I've missed anyone else off of the Cobras, we've got Jono on bench, Rich to my left for the Rockets. And the matchup I expected, the most 2 physical players of each team, I would say. Number 18 for the Rockets and number 93 for Leicester. So Corey versus Jacob in the tip, and I've got a feeling they might have a fair few face-offs as the game continues. Just into the screen there you see Rob, number 9, and to win that was Corey, but it went down into the lap of JJ. So Jordan Francis, number 11, drives towards the basket. Meg's turned the opposite way, and the first basket goes up for the away team. And that's 2 points on the board for, let me see if I can press go on the timer, for the Leicester Cobras. And again, a bit of pressure from Jay, early pressure, and they are right back in the mix. And Jimmy now on the near side here looks to find the big hands of Jacob, who puts up his first shot of the game. Aaron, renowned under the key and those one-hand catches. Good rebound now, this time from Denise. Denise coming away for the Rockets with the ball, looking for outlets. Steph just getting over the line here in front of me. And again, another loose ball, and JJ finds his, falling into his lap. Will he find Jacob? Yes, he will. Jacob goes up and in off the glass. And that is 2 more for Leicester. We got Rockets who really need to make sure they get someone over the line and work hard on this press break here. Because as you can see, the range on the passes just need to be right. And that is going to be an early timeout for the Rockets. See if they can get a hold of this quick turnaround from Leicester's. They switched on straight away, putting a few points on the board. And so far, so good in terms of keeping up with the score. I'll just try and pause the timer now. 1 second.
What's the time on your clock, man? What's the time on your clock? Oh, okay. 8:37. Yeah, it's about right. I'm just trying to do it on here as well, so. Yeah, I've got that bit. I did that bit right. Yeah, there's 4 dogs in total now. Yeah, there's Dean. I don't know the other person on the left, and then you've got Chops and you've got
and I think the Rockets would have probably been expecting a little bit of pressure from the likes of the Cobras. However, not necessarily expecting to get caught out straight away with a quick couple of turnovers and the points going up quickly there. As Jimmy tries to find the big hands of Jacob, and Erin is there again. There she is. Lovely control from Erin to put those extra 2 points on the board. And it is 6-0 to the Leicester Cobras here at FBC. And unfortunately, another inbound goes straight to the hands of Cobras. And that timeout not quite getting the impact that coach wanted. Looking for outlets. Corey finds Nick close to the 8 seconds, just finds Denise in time before the 8 seconds was a trouble. And Nick with a lovely basket. Nick Gorst, fantastic shot. As now they want to try and apply a bit of pressure of their own. Here comes Jimmy on the far side for Cobras, finds himself, no, I thought he was going to shoot, and in fact ended up passing, trying to find Jacob in the key, and instead found Corey. Need to have unpressured passes here. Very good job here for Meg to get the ball over the line, and then for Steph to come and relieve the pressure right here in front of in screen. That's better from the Rockets. Now they're looking a little bit of a pass to the foot plate, and that is not the pass that Nick wanted. And the foul was called on number 10, Nick Gorst. I think there was just a bit of frustration after he did not get the pass he wanted. But he's putting nice pressure on the ball now here on Erin. Number 41 for Cobras. Jimmy with an outside shot. No, tries to pass in again to Jacob, and it's gone awry. Away comes Meg, who incidentally brought some lovely fudge with her today to session to feed me full of sugar. Denise now in the middle, feeds Steph with space, going towards the basket. Oh, unfortunate. And she is very out of character to miss that one. Very reliable with her shooting, Steph. As the ball comes down, all the way down to Erin with a bit of side contact. I think that would be a no basket, is it? Yep. And the foul again on Nick Gorst. So that's 2 on Nick. Jimmy from the outside, nothing but net. Lovely shot. And that now takes us to 8-2. Can Meg find... Oh, I was going to say, can she find Denise? She tried to find Nick instead, and it came off again. One of those bounce passes that are a little bit too close to the chair, and it seems like they're a little bit rattled. Not quite as calm as they might like, the Rockets, here in their home venue. As the ball comes in, and it sits over with Rob on the far side. Man coming at speed is JJ. Jordan Francis still on the ball, gets the shot up, and it's in. Lovely basket by Jordan Francis, and that takes them up to 12. 10-point lead to Leicester now. Early stages, only in the first quarter. And that is another turnover. Wow, a misbounce from Corey. Need to make sure their passes are on the money. Only one basket so far for Rockets. Leicester feeling quite comfortable. I've seen Jacob getting in a lot. Another shot comes from Jordan Francis, and it goes out of bounds, but it will remain a Leicester ball. Not quite sure how long is left on the shot clock, but Jimmy's looking to find the net. He tries, he finds the ring. And Denise now on the outlet manages to find Joe. Joe looking for his outlet, finds a lovely pass over to Corey. Corey on the far side. A long pass, not quite high enough for Meg. And again, it's the passing that are doing the damage for the Rockets, in my point of view, so far. As the ball is here, good pressure from Meg. And a lovely bit of hustle from Joe Humphreys as they still managed to scrap it over the line. It wasn't clean, but Erin with a lovely catch, and it will still go in the favour of Cobras, and the foul will be on number 18, Red. And that is Corey. And a little bit out of my line of sight. But Jimmy again with the outside shot off the near side of the rim. Meg with the rebound. Looks for outlets. Find Corey. Corey on the back of his fingers. It's not quite the pass they need. And now they've got numbers. They're everywhere. Erin off the glass. 2 more for Leicester Cobras. And they are starting to pull away a little bit here with a 12-point lead. Oh, not quite enough oomph again on that pass as Jacob sets up on the far side of the key and takes a pop. Joe now, far side, Humphreys. Humphreys still got the ball, close to the 8 seconds. Oh, and it's just a little bit of panic maybe with the timing. And I think the Rockets would take a reset if it was given to them. It's been a tough start for them. Lovely passing from the Cobras. Erin again under the basket, number 16. And that is 16-2. Meg now finds a little bit of space. Might be able to push past Rob. Yeah, got Joe, but the pass is not there. Really need to focus on those passes. There we go. And now just behind my view through the ref, Steph with an outside shot. It's not bad. And the ball comes past me with Jordan Francis. Number 11. Trying to go all the way. Looks like he's going to go all the way. Might get the foul. No, he's gotten the points, but no foul. 18-2 to the Leicester Cobras. And some good early scoring from Jordan Francis. Looking for an outlet. There's lots of pressure. Well done to Joe and Denise to find that. Now they can chill. Steph looking for her own drive on the basket. Instead finds Joe in space. Joe putting it up. Oh, unlucky. And we all know Joe has got a good shot on him. If he's given space, and he did have space at that point. The pressure again from Joe. Joe being really showing some good spirit so far since he's come on. But the Rockets still not able to get over the 2 points. And that will be no basket. 3 seconds called on someone. Not quite sure who that was on. As I had a little glance down at my screen. Now the pressure on again from Leicester. Every time there's been this pressure, it's been very difficult for the Rockets to then find. And here comes Denise to drop back. She finds it good. And now they can relax potentially and concentrate on these good passes. Corey driving with the big arms of Jacob still on him. But Joe finds Denise. Denise in under the basket. And that will be a very welcome basket for any of the Rockets fans and players here at the FBC Centre. And again, that was pressure from Joe that seems to be really effective. And the coach to my left, Rich, calling for a bit of pressure from the Rockets. Try and get that 8-second violation. They've only got 2 seconds to get it over. And that may just be called against Steph. It is indeed 54. So a little bit of frustration creeping into the game. I think that's does happen when you're one up against such a squad as the Cobras, but two when you're down by 14 odd points. Good hands there from Steph. She manages to get a little hand in and knock it out of Jordan's lap. But there can't be long left of the quarter because my time has run out. Erin completely open, gate into the key, and two more for the Cobras. That's better from the Rockets, getting it over. Finds Meg here in front of the camera. Number 19 for the Rockets. Twists and turns, looks for some options. What are the outlets? Finds Steph. Steph with a bit of space. Up against Jacob. Back to the top with Denise. And Megan. Can they keep it live? Yes, they can. Steph Johnson on the far side. Throws it up. And again, unfortunate there. Didn't quite manage to find the basket, but she is, when she finds her pace, I'm sure she's going to be one of the dangers that Cobras are going to be watching. Far side now. Jordan resets up top with Jimmy. They've overload 3 on that side, using Rob as a screen. Erin lets it fly, and she is on today. Every time I've seen her play recently, she has been firing. Now again, under a little bit of pressure to get the ball over. Steph does well to dribble it over. Probably one of the strongest ball handlers on the Rockets squad that you're looking at here. And Corey, little sign of frustration as he dribbles it out of court. And that'll be a timeout Rockets, as I'll just pause my mic. How long's left in the clock? 1:22. Mine ran out. That's the difference of pausing, you know? Yeah. Play it. Yeah. Well, did you see that last game? The stream wasn't very good, but the game. Oh my god, the one against Aces, Rocket Prem Aces. You were there, yeah. See, I couldn't remember if you were there. No, it was the Aces home one, the return. Because the Rockets one wasn't as good, as in it was more one-sided. The other one was like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I remember putting on the home. Aces up by 4.5. Yeah, it was good. That was really exciting to watch. That was cool. Yeah. Entertainment value. And back in with just a minute and a half, let's say, on the clock. I know mine says 10 on the screen, but haven't quite got as many hands as an octopus. As the inbound comes for Cobras to number 93, back to 11. And Erin straight in again. She's always in the key. And I think Rockets really need to take a look at their defensive structure to not able such an easy input to the key. Good passing that time there from the Rockets. Good effort. Seemed a lot less pressure. Joe, renowned for taking these shots on the outside. He's got the range. He's got the range. Come on, Joe. He's not. He's looking to reset. Now maybe. No. Drops it off to Steph. Steph's going to have a go. And it's in. Lovely shot from Steph Johnson. And now we are 22-6 as Denise finds herself planted on the floor. Hand away for that bit. What's the time on the board? 27 seconds left of this first quarter, and a very high scoring first quarter for the Cobras. They'll be looking to put one more shot on if they can and not give the Rockets an option of coming back as they wind it down. Erin's in. Erin in front of Corey. Doesn't make the first attempt, but gets a second, and she is there. 24-6. Can't be many seconds left now as they are looking one to get it over. Oh, there we go. Well, first quarter over. I'll be back in just a minute or two with more action. Oh, that was muted at the end. Just realised we had the last bit muted. Going into the first quarter, 24-6 to the guests, that is Leicester Cobras. And I'll reset the clock and see you in a couple of moments. And welcome back to the second quarter of this Division 3 bout between Reading Rockets, Leicester Cobras, here at the FBC Centre. And we are hoping now to see a regenerated Rockets team, if that's the correct term. And we will see if they can get a little bit of a better bite of the cherry in this second quarter. Starting with Steph from outside. She sunk one of those just before in the end of the first. And Jordan Francis here on the camera. Scored quite a few for Leicester so far. Erin, number 16, also scored quite a few. Good shot, but it's not quite good enough. And Rockets looking like they're going to get out a little bit easier that time. Good. Nice. And it's not a bad pass, actually. Meg was able to catch it on the go, and there'll be a pause in play whilst Corey gets himself back up. And and the foul was actually on Abby, number 31. I'm glad the table asked that because I wasn't sure. And we are back in action. Over on my left side, Steph Johnson looking for another outside shot. When she got the space, yes, a little bit in. Oh, and it's a lovely one. That's more on the board for Steph Johnson. And they've got a man out with Joe. They've got the advantage for just a few seconds whilst the number 6 recovers, and he has recovered. Number 6 back in. JJ shot. And another 3-second call for the Leicester Cobras. So it looks as if they might be dropping the press a little bit. Yep, they're going to give a little bit of breathing space to the Rockets. And that means Johnson can bring up the ball with a little bit of ease. As we're looking at a sizable lead so far from the Cobras, the Rockets really need to make every offense count. And it's a long pass over to Erin. She can't quite make it. Good vision there from Jordan Francis. Not quite the execution that Erin was expecting. Number 16 and 11 been doing lots of damage against the Rockets so far today. Let's see if that man can get himself into the action. Number 18, Corey Bloomfield for Rockets. Very strong individual. And here from the outside, looking to find Meg a little bit short. Oh, and another one goes up for Steph, and that's not a bad effort at all. As she tracks back after Erin. Make sure they don't get that fast break. Erin straight away over the line as an outlet. And the ball is pressured by Joe. One of the few Rockets players who actually applies some pressure is Joe. And he's managed to come away with... I wondered what happened there with JJ. You saw the little jump. He was obviously caught on Meg's chair. And that is a holding foul on red 19. Her first personal. Outside shot from Jimmy. Not this time. Look for the long pass. Finds Meg. Good catch from Meg. It was a very high pass. Probably could have gone all the way over to Joe. And under immediate pressure from that man Francis there. And manages to keep the ball. Johnson looking for space. Finds it. Takes the shot through the hands of Abby, I believe. And Aaron now back and forward. Good pressure from Denise. And JJ going straight into the chair of Corey. He had no control of his chair, ref says. And that will be an offensive. And now Cobras with a couple of fouls. And Jay putting the one-man hustle on. A little bit of pressure on Johnson. Good catch from Megan. Doing well to get over the line. Keep it over the line. Dishes back to Steph. Steph at the top. Tries to find that mismatch with Denise. Yes, finds it. The shot from the block. Denise. Nothing but net. Lovely shot. Denise Dramas. And again, holding Joe out of the defense. But to be honest, not really. I was going to say not really making benefit of it. I think Erin is just getting in there, not from the man out in particular. And again, we have another person on the floor, so I'll just move the camera away for 1 second. So Erin, number 16, as I said, for the Cobras, just looking up surnames. Erin Tate, not happy with that call. She thought she had contact on the hand before. And we are going to have a sub. We're going to have Kai into the game. Kai Escort, number 90 for Cobras. Let's just see. There he is, that young gentleman there. I'm just going to check on the table. I didn't pause the timer, did I? Yep, confirm. 6 minutes. Yeah. Joe's almost ready to put the ball in before Meg is. He is just out of the shot there behind Jono, coach of the Cobras. And there we go. Ball in, ball over the line. Immediate pressure from Kai, but the ball goes over to Dramas. Denise looking for outlets again. There's not that many. Finds Joe with the reverse. Oh, fantastic effort from Humphreys. And he now finds himself getting picked out again from JJ as we follow the ball on the right-hand side. Rob to JJ into traffic. Did well to keep hold of himself, if you know what I mean. Finds the hands of Erin again in the key. Every time in the key. And not able to convert that one into points. Again, she's not happy with the contact, and that falls directly into the laps of Meg. Back to Johnson. Johnson throwing the ball at Kai by mistake, I believe, and that will go for a Cobras ball. A little bit of a messy play as it went back and forward.
Sorry, come higher, come higher. Denise is there. Why are you there? Come out.
Number 41. Back to 11. 11 from the top. Oh, that looked good. But it's come off the Cobras. If he can't keep it in, nope. And there's not much run out on the other side of the key there. So, just going to be called back by the ref. How much you got left on the clock, man? I'm just going to pause the clock for a minute just to try and catch up with the actual clock time. Sorry, unpause it. And whilst I did that, Steph managed to sneak a basket in. So, 24-12. Well, I should say it the other way around, apparently. 12-24 with the home team. And on the far side with a fadeaway, Erin comes off the rim. She's renowned for those shots. Not that time able to convert, but Joe doing a good job of being an outlet over the line on the far side. Now passes it back to Denise. Nice 1-2 action. And Johnson with a mismatch. Puts it up and it's in with the and one. Johnson making it count. Fantastic work. And the foul. On Kai, number 90. And that will be a timeout for Cobras. And on the official clock, there is 3:47 left. So I'm a little bit ahead of that. I'll leave it paused for a bit. And Steph has got the shot here. I'm going to take the opportunity. Oh, a good rebound from Denise. Denise gets it up and they get the points. And that is a better result for the Rockets. Now, I've only ever known Jimmy as Jimmy, so I should look up Jimmy's surname. And let me see. He is James West. There we go. Aaron Tate. And Jordan Francis. Oh, unlucky. Good rebound from Denise. Again, finds Johnson. Johnson finds Humphrey. Now they're moving with a bit of gusto. Lovely pass into Bloomfield. Doesn't get the drop, but the ball is loose. And Francis goes off the court. And that's a better hustle from the Rockets. Oh, no, it's a foul. Sorry. Foul called 54 red. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. Here comes West. West to Francis. Back to West. Got to use it a few times to get used to using his surname. Good pressure from Joe there on the far side. And unfortunate for JJ not to make that basket count. It was a good shot. He had the space. Nice outlet. Good passing from the Rockets. That's more like it. Looking for an outlet. And unfortunately, just back over the line. I think that gets called for a backcourt violation. But that looked better from the Rockets. If only they could take back their first quarter from the onslaught of the Cobras press. I think they've released a little bit of that pressure now. And the Rockets breathing a little bit of sigh. But JJ with space puts another 2 on the board. And the score 16-26. Oh, I should start that timer again. That's going to be way off. And Kai on the hustle. Kai really trying to, yes, gets it away. Aaron, is it Tate? I believe. Corey finds Humphrey, number 6. Looking for Meg. Meg just keeping it. Oh, maybe not. And there'll be a substitution for the Rockets as Denise Dramus is going to go to the bench. And we see our man, the first person who did score today, which was Nick Gorse, number 10. He came off after a quick couple of fouls. And over there you can see the little face of Sonny saying hello to JJ. Also Dan and the 2 Bamfords. Everybody coming here to support. Although I think Dan, who used to play for the Rockets, will be siding with the Rockets today. Kai from the block, unfortunate. Not so familiar with Kai on the side of the Cobras. And Bloomfield here, under pressure from West. Meg looking for an outlet that never came. And good from Joe, really strong drive. Finds the big hands of Megan. Can she convert? Yes, she can. Another 2 points for Rockets. And there we go. That's more like it. Good to see that lady getting in the action in the key where she belongs. Last minute, I'm told, even though mine says a minute and a half. And we got another sub looking to come in. Steph Johnson. Johnson over to Humphrey. Humphrey going to find Gorst. Can't quite get to him. Oh, yep. Will they get it over? One more. No, it's the 8 seconds. So close. And substitution comes again for the Rockets as Steph Johnson takes a rest. Good job putting the points on for the Rockets. 37 seconds left to play in this second quarter. So nearly at the halfway mark. And it's 18-26. Say it right around. JJ again, Erin in the key, and Erin in the basket. Well, not her, but puts it in the basket. Good job, Erin. Really. Ooh, I'd like to see the stats. Sorry, I was just pausing. I'd like to see the stats of how many points she's put on.
Send it, Joe, send it.
As they know they need to get the ball over, and I think that is going to be nearly the end of the half. So we're going to be indeed. Just give us a second. We need a couple of seconds. Yep. So we're just getting 6 seconds or so on the clock, and this is going to be a long haul shot. If this is going to go, ball comes into Jay, he doesn't even entertain the shot, as they just call it for the half. And I'll be back with you in 10 minutes' time. Thank you. 2-1. And welcome back to the second half of the Leicester versus Rockets game. Leicester currently in the lead by 8 or so points. Let me just check I've got the score right.
What is the score?
28. I must have missed 2 off the Leicester score there. 18-28. And as you can see, the squad lineup over there. We've got Aaron, we got James West, JJ, Rob, and Jacob, 93. So Leicester to put the ball in and get us back underway here at the FBC. And that was a very good second quarter for the Rockets. Brought it right back. And Leicester will be now hoping for a quarter like their first quarter, where when they put the pressure on, it was very difficult for the Rockets to do anything about it. Good hands there good pressure from Johnson. And then Jacob not able to keep hold of it, and they forced a 3-second violation. Now, I might try a little bit more of a zoom in. I'm not quite sure if that's the best. Oh, and that pass just over the top of of Megan's hands. And into the key goes Francis. Bloomfield on the rebound. Under a little bit of pressure. Finds Meg. Meg in space. They need to get it over. And it's been intercepted. Big hands of Jacob as Aaron under the basket. Another 2 points for the guests. I need to just take a breath and remember their plan in terms of press break. Well done for Denise to get it over at least the first pass, and then for Johnson to get it over the line into the safe hands of Corey. Corey's under a lot of pressure from 93 there with a bounce pass over to Meg. Megan, nice dribbling from Megan. She's going to go all the way. That could be a foul from Jacob. It's not called, and the basket's gone in. Yes, indeed. Is that the foul on 93? It is indeed. Foul on 93. I should start the timer, should I not? Oh, well. As I said, trying to do a few different jobs here today. Point the camera, update the score, commentate, and do the timer. Maybe a little bit beyond my reach. As West here in front of me, coming across the half, number 41, could choose to go it alone. He's known for it. Yes, he does. It's up and in. Lovely shot from Jimmy. 32 sees 20. Yeah. And again, the pressure is immediate from Leicester. Good pass from Meg. Back to Denise. Denise looking to get it over. Just gets it over there to Humphrey on the far side. And they can regather their thoughts and plan their offense. Oh! That pass just a little bit fierce for Joe. Although it always surprises me how he manages to catch some of the passes that I've thrown at him in the past. Despite being a low pointer and not having the same range of movement. Aaron into the bars, there we go, into the key. I'm just looking up her surname again. I really should remember that. Tate, that's it, Erin Tate. So making her way into the key and getting the basket that time. And I shall update the score when I have a free hand. Nice for Joe to get a bit of time over. And good crossing for Joe and Steph. The rest of the team just getting into the action. Steph going all the way. Passes into Meg. High off the glass, and it's not dropped. It's very close. Not too bad there. And as you can see on the side, Johnson is now out. So they'll get the extra man of Jacob when, yes. And a little bit of a low pass there from West. West wanting to make use of that drive from Jacob. But he really needed to make use of his height. Will it go out wide to Joe? Finds Meg. Meg on. Oh, I think she rushed that because she had been in the key. So she didn't have long to get that off. She did well to attempt the shot. I'm not quite sure if this is too zoomed in, but that was a lovely finish from JJ, and he'll get another go from the line. What's the score you've got, Mum? Not 22. 22-35. Oh, well, the table have got a different score to me. I thought it was 22-35, and they're saying it's 20-37. So I'm going to leave mine wrong because it'll be too much hassle to change it. As the ball on my side is from Megan with a really strong throw. Just goes over the basket. A little bit of extra oomph on that one. Inbound. They've got the man out again. And Jacob into the key. They need to see that coming and stop him early. There's too much power in those hands of Jacobs. And Corey's over the line. But I'm just going to change the view here so you can see. He's marked by two people. We've got the likes of Joe, who's over the half. Can they manage to get it over in that 8 seconds? Yes, they've managed this time. That is a good job indeed. I agree. Good hustle from Rockets. And Meg has found her way into the key. Under time pressure again, manages to get the shot off. And that will be a substitution as Helen comes into the game for the Cobras. Good to see H on the floor. And again, working the man out, Jacob. And here he'll go, crash the key. They know he's coming. Are they going to stop him? And then Helen gets the back door. Oh, unfortunately, not quite right off the glass. Good thought. Brilliantly worked from the man out. And the Rockets will have to watch out for that, as they seem to be doing that on each offense so far. There are those big hands again. He's very tall man. And they've got numbers. H on the other side. Puts it on the board. And the table to my right says it's 20-41. I'm still going with 22-39. I'm going to get told off by the table soon. And on the far side, Johnson. Johnson still has the ball, has space. Is she going to shoot? No, she looked for the drive off of Meg, who was caught between traffic. I think she had the space. I would tempt to say she should go for it. Oh, lovely interception from Dramas. And again, at the other end, I would say potentially Jacob to... let's just try zooming out a slight smidge. Lovely shot from Helen. And this is a good quarter for the Cobras. They're not getting the 8 seconds, but they're getting plenty of points on the boards. So, seems they've been doing working the man out very well and putting pressure on in general. I haven't seen Dramus, yes, bounce it for a while. That's what I was wondering. 4, 3, 2, and a hoof up. Oh, unlucky. Good effort as the shot clock was winding down. And Mr. JJ into Mr. West. James on the ball. Puts it to Helen. Helen up and in. And she has made her presence known since she's been coming on. 22-43. Meg under pressure. It was almost offensive. And again under pressure. And see the hands of Jimmy right in front of me. I don't know if you caught that on the camera. But very good court awareness from that seasoned player. Number 41 of the Cobras. And can't see who's... Well, the ball is in. And Johnson in space. Oh, just not quite right. Didn't get the drop, but they've got numbers back. And they've got Denise out of the action. H now on the drive down the centre. Yes, no, hands from Joe. I tell you what a player Joe has shown his quality on the court. The clock is not running. As substitution for the Cobras, Sam coming in to the action, and JJ off the court. Sam Taylor, again having to look up some surnames. Megan with a lovely bounce stop, but a slight fumble of the ball trying to go over to Denise. As Jimmy now, with plenty of time, finds Sam straight off the bench, putting points on the board. And there can't be that long left in the quarter. As we will, I think we're going to have a timeout for the Rockets. So I'm just going to pause and mute. And back in the action we come with Denise trying to get over the halfway. Finds Nick. And Nick, now take your time. He's under pressure from Rob. There's a few little options, a bit of overlapping, and a few options occurring there. As Meg, they're pushing the pressure out really far. This is the longest two And that was, in the end, actually a nice shot option with the mismatch for Steph. Just not quite making the accuracy on that one, but the option, I think, was a good one. H pushing into the key. That leaves Jimmy open, and good rebound from Gorst. And Nick looking to receive again, last 20 seconds. As the ball is over the half, fantastic job. Rockets starting to liven up here. And that is going to get called as a backcourt violation. I didn't see that myself, but I can't argue with the refs. And inbound again, last few seconds of the third. Oh, that should say Q3, shouldn't it? Good hands from Denise Dramas. Where do I do that? Yes, 4 seconds, we are told. And we are in the third quarter. Oh, lovely shot from H. And I think that's the end of the third. And we'll go in. I'm told by the table it's 20-47. Despite what mine says. And ready to get going in the fourth and final quarter here at the FBC. Over on the far side, Nick inbounds to Johnson, and see if Rockets can end on a high with a quarter like the second, where they had a very good fight that second quarter. Oh, Denise with a good rebound. Oh, almost had loads of options for the rebound. Had Megan in there, Denise in there, Corey coming on the other side. Wasn't able to collect the third one though. As in for the Cobras, we've got number 8, Brody. And here is some good ball dribbling skills. Oh, and finds Brody. Lovely catch and release. Good job. As the score goes to 20-49.
as the Rockets get the ball over. It's in the hands of Nick. He's under a bit of pressure, and that is good pressure from Brody. Miller still putting the pressure on. Finds Meg. Oh, I thought from here that was going to be the one. Nice little pass down to Bloomfield. Corey, not quite that tall. And I think I may as well take this opportunity to sync myself with the table and go for 20-49. Brody looking for options. Finds West up and off the back of the board, but it's okay. Leicester's there with the rebounds again and again. Third time lucky. Good pressure from Corey, but he's going to get called on that. The basket is not allowed. Foul before the shot. So no basket. I was on 24. I wondered, I thought Corey made contact with the ball, but it's 24, Denise Tremus. Must have been a chair foul. And in it comes. They must be winding down for time. West on the outside. Can he get one up? Yes, he can. It's a lovely one at that as they take them to 51. So, yes, number 41 from the Cobras with a lovely outside shot. As Meg trying to get it over the halfway. More pressure from Miller, and it stays with the Rockets. As we are huddled on the sideline here, next to the table. Gorst into Johnson. Johnson takes the ball to the top. Nice work from Nick, just to get Jimmy to back off at the risk of a pick. Outside shot from Johnson. It's a little bit short. And Aaron takes it over. And almost all the way to the hole with a lovely little side pass over to Sam. And that is two more for the guests. And Steph not happy with the contact on the chair, but no whistle. We play on. Denise takes it over the half. And Denise now looking for outlets. It seems a common theme. There's a stop in the dribble. A lot of pressure happening. And there we go. That's what we want to see. A bit of picking and crossing the court. Well done for Nick. There he finds himself driving towards the basket after a pick. And that will be a substitution. Corey coming off for the Rockets, who last time, I can't remember the game I was watching him in last time, was fundamental for the Rockets' offense. Not quite found the same rhythm today. Always working hard, of course. Just not been completely firing like he was last time. Sam with the perfect pass to Aaron, who had a chair in the front, chair at the back, and it will go against, was that against 54? 24. So that was against Denise again. And now Brody. Oh! And Aaron denied the signature one-hand catch. And Joe unable to keep that one in. Wasn't quite sure whether that was going to Denise or going to Joe. It ends up going to neither. Almost landing in the lap of Bamford on the sideline on the opposite side. Brody, inbound. Aaron, time and space, finds Brody, and two to come. As there is a foul called on Mr. Humphrey. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on this one. And apologies for that.
You would have seen the zoomed in focus there. I need to turn that function off next time. I'll get to see this one. There we go. What a lovely one it was. Takes us 20:54. And on with the show. Rockets straight over the line this time. No hesitation. And it's again a difficult catch there for Joe. We did well to maintain possession. And today has not been the day of passes. Look how much pressure is on Joe there. He had to lean right back in order to get that pass away. And Mr. Bloomfield, Corey here waiting to go on for the Rockets as down the other end. Yet another chance at the line for number 8 of the Cobras. This one called on Megan. First one is good. It's a lovely shot. And second, not quite, but 50% on those last ones from the line. It's not a bad stat. Oh, it's another low pass, another foot plate pass. And there's so much pressure from the Cobras, forcing these suboptimal passing from the Rockets. Let's zoom out a little bit, get a little bit extra picture. Yes, they got the ball over this time. There we go, to Denise. That's better from the Rockets too. But then there's that pause, finds Johnson. No, doesn't find Johnson. With a lucky bump off of number 16 means it stays with the Rockets.
Good work, Joe. Good hustle today, man. Good work.
Denise looking to find Johnson. Johnson in the key. Gets a hand. Meg keeps it alive. Can she keep it alive? Yes, she can. Can she get this shot away? Oh, just off the rim. And now Leicester ball. As the battles continue up and down the court. Nick over there trying to keep Brody at bay. Erin bringing the ball over the half. And Sam and Meg having some fun on the other side. And Brody again. Oh, good day of offense she's having. And Nick under a lot of pressure. 2 people. Good passing this time from the Rockets. Can she? Yes. Can he find Johnson? Yes. Can he? Finger roll. Lovely job. And a much needed score for the Rockets. They've been waiting for a while for that to come on through. Not sure how much is left of the game. My clock, as I said, not accurate because it doesn't get paused, but it does give you an idea that a fair amount of this has gone. And another hustle over there. Jimmy finds Erin. Erin finds Sam. Sam up off the glass again. There we go. In and banks it home. And Cobras finishing as they started. Very strong. Good chair position there from Meg to get the position and then drive back on. But again with the passes. And it goes to the Rockets. How long's left? Oh, 2:54. Still nearly 3 minutes to go. That just shows how much time you get from pausing the clock versus a running clock. And Steph with space gets the shot off. She's been forced to take them a little bit longer than she would like. And a nice positive pass down to Sam, who was waiting, gives it back to Jimmy and Brody. Oh, high off the backboard. Brody Miller, if I've got the name right. Indeed. Lovely work there from Corey to help get the ball over. And all this pressure going on Nick every time. He's not been given a millisecond to breathe. Can they get the past the high hands of Corey? That's more like the game I think the Rockets were looking for. Corey in the key with a little bit of showing off his strength. But instead, we've seen lots of that from the likes of Erin and Helen when she was on. Sam also. Nice spread of points for the Cobras. They've got danger inside the key, danger outside the key. And they are using all of those opportunities today. Good work with Steph and Meg there. Nice little crossover. Corey finds himself in. Takes time. Off the glass. No. Oh, very unfortunate. That was the shot. The last two offenses, Corey managing to find his position. And that comes against Sam, I believe. Blue 33. As Corey goes to the line. First one a little bit off the mark. And up it goes again. That's better. There's one for the Rockets. Brody with a brilliant pass. Unfortunate for Erin. I thought she's renowned for those good one-handed catches. Couldn't quite get the hang of that one. I like the pace of the pass from Brody. Megan, Denise brings it over the half. There we go. And looking for options now on the offense. Can Corey make the position? Lovely overlap from Meg. That was good. Can't quite convert the points, but good movement. Really good movement there from Megan. And a few more positives coming down the last few offenses for Rockets. But the points that go on the board are going in the favour of Blue. In that time, Blue 8, Miller. And there's only 30 seconds to go. One or two offenses left. Denise with a mismatch in the key. And I think Rob managed to get a hand to that to disturb the shot. So good work for Rob, number 9 of the Cobras, always working tirelessly. Oh, and it's an interception for Meg. Can they get it? Yes, what a pass. And Johnson will want to finish on a high. But I think she'll be allowed her shots at the end, potentially. Not quite sure. Just wait and see from the ref. And just bear with me. No, that is it. So, final score, 23-63. Or if you went with my half-time mistakes, it would be 21-61. No, what was it? I had 2 on the 25-61, wouldn't it? Sorry, when I put them on the wrong side. Well, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed at home this Division 3 Cobras versus Rockets, and I will see you next time. Good night.